Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern. This is season 5 here at App Stupid Studio, the fastest growing sports and entertainment channel on these YouTube streets. We do it all here. We cover the NFL, college football, basketball, NBA, and college, boxing, you name it, we do it. We don't really get into the gossip thing. We stay clear of that. This is strictly sports and our takes. So sit back, relax. You in good hands for the next hour. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios on a wet Thursday here in the Midwest. 72 the high, they're calling for severe thunderstorms. 55 currently, so if you got to get your pets out, get them out now while it's dry. Then get them back in the house where it's nice and warm. Great show lined up for you today. Shedeur Sanders, he is suing the NFL. We will go through that lawsuit and give you our opinion on that. Nick Saban is a loser. This dude is, I don't know what the hell's wrong with him, but I can tell you, I can pretty much put my finger on it with him and what kind of piece of crap he's turned out to be. And then the Michigan's just going to be Michigan. They've suspended Sharon Moore. I don't think they've suspended him for what he's done. I think this self-imposed ridiculousness has got to stop. And then finally, we put the cooking to Gabe Rosado. As we continue, Cook Ryan Garcia week. These stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We got another rap album. I know it's like Christmas around here. Amir Ali, High Street, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Welcome to High Street, 5179, Rookie LeBron, Champions with Lids. That is dope. That Champion song is crazy. Virginia is for lovers. Please don't feed the wolves. That's deep. That's deep. This dude is from West Philly, and he got bars on cotton. I'm like, what? Oh my goodness, that time I got robbed. Now, Greyhound Crown Gold Records, who did that beat? Who did that beat? I need to know homie's name who did that beat, because the beat flip is ridiculous. Oh my God. After the money comes, Crown Talks, wow. Sorry, not sorry, therapy and conscious. Look, Amir Ali is playing no games. High Street, in stores now. To Amir Ali, West Philly stand up. Amir Ali's playing no games. That album's crazy. That album is crazy. So we're not going to go ahead and bury the lead here. Shedeur Sanders, he is suing the NFL. Even Stevie Wonder could have seen that. The $100 million lawsuit was filed in the U.S. District Court of Georgia, charging the NFL with inflicting emotional distress and trauma to the plaintiff, him as a fan and a consumer, when his information was left out on the iPad, and that theft and little prank stunt that led to a $100 million lawsuit. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Now, when I first encountered this story, this was out of Yahoo Sports. Jay Busby was the lead writer on the article. He does okay work, but this seemed like his bias against the Sanders family and his contempt for Shedeur made it a hard read. However, I was able to go ahead and pull up the actual U.S. complaint. The complaint hit the federal law citing the Sherman Antitrust Act, Section 15, U.S.C. 1 through 7. Also, the Civil Rights Act, Section 42, U.S.C. 1981. Now, the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 is meant to crack down on corporations becoming monopolies and making the market less competitive by restricting trade, and it has bits of collusion in there. Now, is it fair to say that the 32 teams in the league colluded to exclude Shedeur? I don't know. because you're going to have to prove intent. And I know it was a story out of CBS Sports that was covered. I think Owens was the guy who covered the article, but he had talked to all 32 NFL teams, all the executives and the GMs, and they had made it really clear Shedeur was a second round guy. That was the consensus of everybody going into day 2. Well, day 2 came and gone. Now we're in day 3. And now they want to know why this kid fell all the way from the first round, being a first round pick. Make no mistake, he's better than Dylan Gabriel. He's better than Jackson Dart. For some odd reason, now Shedeur has fallen all the way to day 3. Could you say the NFL, like I said, was in collusion on that? Probably. Again, the maximum you can receive from corporations who violate the Sherman Act is $100 million. So he's already at the max for that. ESPN isn't talking about this. Fox Sports 1 or any other corrupt media outlet, they are trying to appease the agent and owner class. So they're not going to bite the hand that feeds me. I can give a shit about these people. I continue to ask questions. The complaint references the talking point. Shedeur tanked his interviews and seemed way too cocky, and it threatened his chances at being a top pick. Now, I will tell you this. The only people Shedeur spoke with was the Titans, the Giants, and the Saints. He only took those 3 interviews. He did not interview anywhere else. So when you got the mass media out here telling you that he tanked his interview, the Giants never said he tanked his interview. Tennessee never said he tanked an interview. New Orleans never came out and said it. Who said it? Don't hide behind fake things. ESPN has been known to make things up. When they say things like sources, they have no sources because they would have known. You can't say, oh, he didn't work out at the combine. Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't work out at the combine. He had a pro day at Ohio State, and he still went in the first round of that draft last year. Shedeur did the same thing. He was telling them back in January he was not going to go to the NFL combine. I'm going to have my pro day at Colorado. All he wanted to do was stand around, see some friends, crack some jokes, and he got ambushed. We did this story. We covered it. I don't need notes. I don't need notes to do that. The Sherman Antitrust Act is all on the record. And don't forget, civil rights is also a part of this lawsuit as well. The decision that Shedeur has made, and he's come to it to include the civil rights in there, is because he says that part of this is racism and discrimination. And I can't disagree with him on those grounds. I cannot disagree with him on those grounds. Because they've intentionally inflicted emotional stress and trauma on this kid. Every time he wasn't drafted, they kept putting a camera in his face, that kind of thing. And then you had a prank phone call from an alleged guy who was in the room with a guy who, it was so dumb. Everybody was falling over themselves to protect the NFL. But we all saw what they were doing in real time. Now, what Shedeur is seeking, he wants the NFL to acknowledge what they've done. I don't think that he's going to get that. And if he does get that, number one, if he wins any kind of settlement or any kind of judgment and he gets the things that he's asking for, Shedeur Sanders will never play in the NFL. And I know that to be true because people who sue the NFL and they're successful, they never played again. Colin Kaepernick, and you have Ed Reed. They sued the NFL and they won, and they never played in the NFL again. So if he's successful and he gets this $100 million, he's not going to play in the NFL. because they didn't play in the NFL after they were successful, and their lawsuit is sealed, and no one knows what kind of settlement money that Kaepernick and Ed Reed received. Shedeur is also seeking to have a restoration of his reputation and the things that were said about him. The $100 million in punitive damages also, and they want to leave it up to the court to give them any additional punitive damages that they were going for, or what the court sees fit to hand out. Let's put it like that. They're looking for additional damages of what the court is going to award them because they left it up to their discretion. And I don't know if he has a case. I don't. And I don't want to sit up here and say that this is frivolous, because that would be disingenuous. That would be disingenuous. This man, this circus, this thing that's happening right now, if you're the NFL, do you pay the $100 million right now just to make this go away? Because I can tell you this, Shedeur Sanders, if we haven't even got to the season, he hasn't stood under center, he's not thrown a pass. We're just 3 weeks out from draft. We're 3 weeks out from the NFL draft, and now we've already got a lawsuit on our hands. Again, I don't know where you go with this. However, I don't know if he has the case or not. But I do know I'd like to hear from everybody. Get in the comments. We'll talk about it. It's your boy, Big Ver. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know, did we get it right? What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of